The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is SeeingEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, we peer into the Anderson Trojans for a Wednesday night doubleheader. Anderson, Carson-Newman, the top three scorers in the South Atlantic Conference, all on the floor at once tomorrow. Roughly 61 points a game between Randall Shaw, Charles Clark, and Sawyer Williams. As a coach, do you get to sink in and just watch some good basketball, or is your mind other places when you look at something like that?
First of all, I'm glad that two of those three are on my team. Be interested if all three were, but two of the three are on my team, and I like that. So I'm pretty confident that those guys will do what they do. And you know, all three have proven to be very, very effective scorers. Obviously, Shaw is the youngest of the three. Sawyer is a senior, Charles junior, and then Shaw sophomore. But I think any of those three guys can explode and really have a really big offensive night.
Shaw, 45 points a couple weeks ago against Brevard, an absurd 18 of 21 from the field. What makes him tick to go off for that on any given night?
First of all, he's very, very confident, and he's confident. His confidence is based on demonstration, and he's done it over and over again in his short college career. But that's what really scares you, because you're talking 18 to 21. That's a whole other level of good. And we've spent a great deal of time the last couple of days trying to prepare and seeing if we can disrupt his rhythm and time. And we've got hopefully we've got a sound enough approach that we can put a little bit of a dent in what he does. You're not going to shut him out. That's an impossibility. He's just too effective. But we want to try to slow that down a little bit and see then if other guys can pick up the slack.
One of those other guys who could pick up the slack, a freshman center in Carlos Dotson, a load, 6'7", 285 pounds. Their only other player averaging double figures. What's he done to establish himself as one of the good young posts in this league?
He's very, very physical. Most young players have to sort of go through a transitional phase to understand the physicality of the college game. He already has that. He knows how to move his weight. I think it's going to be interesting because Sawyer Williams is a proven asset, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how Carlos has to deal with that too. I mean, he's a load to deal with, but I think we got our own load to deal with too.
You talk about a load, and when Antoine Davis and Ish Sanders were plying their trade here, you thought 19 points a game from the two of them. Probably can't get much better than that. Now you've got Charles Clark close to 21, Sawyer Williams close to 20. Both of them are legitimate All-America candidates in my mind. Did you expect them to be that dynamic of a close 1-2 punch coming in? Or is this just Sawyer Williams kind of reaching his final form and Charles Clark doing what he's done for the past really season and a half?
In all honesty, Sawyer, that doesn't surprise me, because he's made he's had just that every year he's been better, in terms of overall production. Even though he's unbelievably efficient, as is evident by
active
leader in basketball with field goal percentage. But I really sort of thought maybe possibly this year Charles could his scoring could be down a bit because he's an unselfish player, and we had other guys that I knew would be taking some of his shots, and yet he still delivers and is as efficient. As efficient as he's ever been, basically. So, I'm a little surprised, pleasantly surprised. Hopefully, we can continue that.
You look at these games; it's a whiteout doubleheader. First time in, 5-6 weeks that you've played a game with class in session. Right. Just how important would a big crowd be?
I think it's good, man. We've played a lot of games in front of nobody. It seems like. Student-wise, at least. Student-wise. So we're very excited for that. And our guys are excited. They have the energy, to have the buzz, to sort of, our guys have had some great experiences this year, thanks to our fans and their responses to our performances. So we're hoping that we can do our part. We're hoping they're there and that we can all have a good time.
That's not to discredit what the Jefferson City and the Jefferson County community does.
Absolutely.
Because not. I can assure you we've been enough places where Carson-Newman break crowds are a lot better than other venues that the Eagles go.
No question, and for that we are obviously thankful because we have had the support of the local community. We just like, from our players' perspective, you like having those their peers here. You know, the other athletes, the other students. They all know each other. There's a really tight bond with our student body, and so they all like to perform for and in front of one another. So that's what we've been missing, but we're thankful for what we have had during the break. And again, we compare maybe to some other teams in our league. It's been really, really good. So for that, we're thankful.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck Wednesday night against the Trojans.
Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.